coming together from all different walks, not just walks of life, but even generations. See younger cats here. Really love them for being here. You know, some of us still use some time to come out today to pay tribute to him, and that's really special. And like I said, I know he's up there smiling, just happy right now. One of the guys I want to bring up now wants to say something to him, and that was one of the guys who got him into 905 Swan and introduced him to all that. So right now we'll go ahead and bring up his big brother, John Maverick.
On behalf of the Nidoy family who's here with us today, the brothers of 905 Epsilon, the sisters of Sigma Alpha Phi, the sisters of Alpha Kappa Delta Phi, I'd like to welcome you all today to celebrate the life of Reynaldo Nidoy Jr. June, as he was lovingly called by his family, was the second of 4 sons. The son of Reynaldo Sr. and Ophelia Florinda. He was born on July 12, 1973, in Baguio, Philippines. Early in his childhood, he encountered heartache and strife as his mother passed away, giving birth to his son Reginald. June was only 5 years old at the time. But God did not forsake him. God did not forsake the family. He blessed them with a wonderful and amazing woman, Bella Anderson, who's here with us today, who the father later married. Their new mother, along with the father, raised their sons ever since, instilling in them a strong faith in God and an appreciation and love and pride for the Igorot culture, one of the indigenous societies of the Philippines. Ray was very, very proud of his culture and his roots. In 1981, when June was 8, the family moved to San Francisco, California, where they had to learn a new life, a new culture, a new language, a new landscape. Speaking of new landscapes, his brother Ron told me that they had to take numerous beauty lines just to get to elementary school. Now it takes one smart, confident, and street-smart person to be able to take public transit in the city as a 3rd grader. That ain't no joke. But he spent his elementary school years in San Francisco, and this is where he became a lifelong fan of the San Francisco 49ers, the San Francisco Giants. And Ray, if you're up there, I know you're up there right now, please tell God to give Kaepernick more poise in the pocket today against Harrison Parnell. In 1986, when Ray was 13 years old, the family moved to Sacramento, California, where he spent his junior high, high school, and college years. He was a very smart, dedicated, well-rounded student growing up. Not many people know this, but he was also a very talented musician. He played the trombone during his junior high and high school years as a part of the marching band, and he was so good that he was also selected to be a part of the jazz band. And if you know anything about music culture, to be a part of the jazz band, you have to be one of the top players in your instrument. Like I said, Ray was a gifted student. He was an A student, and he took extra classes during the semester as well as during the summer breaks, and he accumulated enough credits to graduate a year early from Elk Grove. So he attended his junior prom, his senior ball, and graduated all in the same year. Can you guys hear me with them? Okay. So I met Ray about the semester before he went to Sac State, I think around 1992. Actually, I met him in Maynard. Thank you for coming here today. I met both of them at a mutual friend's house at a party in Elk Grove. Then my first impressions of Ray was, yeah, he was short, but this guy was confident as hell. You knew that he was nice, but you knew never to mess with him. No. He had such a very positive vibe around him, and we clicked instantly. I told him when he went to Sac State, actually, him and Maynard, I told him when they went to Sac State to go hit me up, and I gave him my pager number. The following semester, I saw him at the quad, and I recruited both of them to pledge for Lambda Phi Epsilon National Fraternity. They both accepted their bids, and he selected me to be his big brother in the fraternity. I was very honored by this. I was kind of worried whether he could go through the pledge process, but right away, I knew that it wouldn't be a problem for him. He was very athletic, very strong-willed and strong-minded. He became the 32nd brother to cross the line as a member of the Epsilon class of Mu Chapter. He was number 6 of Epsilon class, number 4 of the Mu Diamonon family, and number 1 of the Mu Omega class. We first gave him the nickname of Yoda. That didn't stick. Exactly. Cool nicknames never do, and if they do, you're probably too sensitive for us to give you a bad nickname. The nickname that did stick was Little Puppet. Well, that's a reference to the movie American Me or Blood In, Blood Out. It actually wasn't Little Puppet, it became Little Pup, or just Pup, because we're too damn lazy to say long names. That too. For example, we have a brother named O2, we just call him Oats. But I digress. Although he was the smallest brother out of us, he had the biggest heart, definitely the biggest heart. He did prove to us all that it's not the size of the man that defines him, it's the size of his heart. And he had the biggest heart of all of us. He held numerous high positions in the fraternity, and he was well respected and loved for his dedication and his commitment and his love for his brothers and his general positive outlook on life. Lil Pup would go on to receive his degree in psychology. After graduation, he spent a few more years in the Sacramento area, where he held a few jobs, most recently spending a few years at Dell Services. He would periodically visit his family in the Philippines, where he also met his love of his life, Sasha Kotjan, in 2009. In 2012, he moved to the Philippines to become closer to his family and his love of his life, Sasha. Just last year, about 8 of us went to visit him in the Philippines. And I'm so thankful to God that I had this last chance to see him and hang out with him. I remember seeing his big smile and calling me Kuya or Big Bro, but it was never John or John D or Man. He always called me Big Bro. And I was very honored by this. I'll let other brothers tell you about the shenanigans that happened in the Philippines. I won't do this right now. But you will hear about that, and I'm sorry. We don't mean to offend you. But we had a great time. I remember he had his backpack, and he had a Ninja Turtle weapon in his back.